The Christchurch City Council has heard an emotional plea from a resident to stop a quarry she says is coating locals in harmful dust. Now, the Winstones Quarry on Old West Coast Road has been ordered to contain the dust it produces in extracting gravel for building projects. Today, Anna Youngman told councillors this wasn't working and the quarrying needed to stop because of that. Conan Young was there.
I get very breathless. Also outdoors, not only do I wear the mask, I have to put on protection over my eyes. They get so itchy and so runny, it's like sandpaper in my eyes. And this is Christchurch.
Given just 5 minutes to speak, Anna Youngman did her best to bring home for councillors what life was like for her and 6 neighbours who live within 200 metres of one of the city's biggest and busiest gravel quarries. She said the dust followed them inside and coated furniture and walls, but that the real danger came from the crystalline silica particles that were too small to see.
They are so tiny that they get right into the base of the lungs, and because of their jagged edges, they lodge into the lung and make that area non-functional. Breathing in this dust can lead to very serious health issues, silicosis, which is similar to asbestosis, and a terrible death.
Anna Youngman said her doctor had advised her to move for the good of her health, but that this was not an option, as nobody would want to buy their property as long as the dust remained a problem. She pleaded with councillors to change planning rules that allowed the quarry to set up within 200 metres of homes.
Why aren't you all listening to the experts that know better? In third world countries, Pakistan and India, 500 metres is the setback distance. The quarries are running riot. They've been cowboys for some time.
Outside the meeting, another resident, Anel McDonough, said the independent commissioners who granted the quarry permission to operate so close to their homes needed better, more independent advice on the effects of the dust.
Unfortunately, the council and ECAN are not bringing their own dust experts along. They're relying on the quarry's experts for the information, and the dangers of the crystalline silica that comes from the grey whack aggregate is not being disclosed to these commissioners at these hearings.
In an email, the Christchurch City Council said the quarry's resource consent required it to contain any dust within its boundaries. Winstones says the area has been a quarry since the 1970s. In a statement, it says it is complying with its resource consent and has taken a number of steps to reduce dust. The Regional Council directed RNZ News to its website, which details its plans to test the dust coming from the quarry. This will involve personal exposure monitors, which it hopes to fit residents with next week to work out how much crystalline silica they're being exposed to. It is also planning to monitor how much visible dust is coming from the quarry in the near future. In Ototahi for Checkpoint, ko Conan Young tēnei.